Hi, fifth grade. Today we're going to be rounding some decimals. We did this a long time ago, so I thought that'd be a good thing for us to go back and refresh our memories on. So I have done the first problem for each section, so you're going to have to round numbers to the tenths place, to the hundredths place, and to the thousandths place. So on your practice problems, I picked the first one out of every section to show you how to do. I know a lot of you liked using the rounding roller coaster, so I also put a picture of an anchor chart with a rounding roller coaster, and I also put in a place value chart in case you forgot where the tenth, hundredths, and thousandths place are. So those tools will be in Google Classroom as well. So let's talk about the rounding roller coaster. Remember, if the neighbor is a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, our number is going to stay the same. I'm just going to write stay because it's really hard to write with my mouse. Words. If it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, your number is going to go up 1. So let's look at this. We have 23 and 791 thousandths. So the number in our tens place, we have tens, we have ones, and then we have tenths. The 7 is in our tens place. So everything in front of the tens place is going to stay the same. So my answer is going to be 23, and we have to figure it out. Our 7 looks to the neighbor. Our neighbor's a 9, so I'm going to go to my rounding roller coaster, find 9. It's going to go up 1. So 7 plus 1 would give me an 8. So that means my answer would be 23 and 8 tenths. Now you could write it like this, or you could write it like this. They both show the same thing, 8, and then everything else behind that would turn to a 0. So 23 and 8 tenths, that's two different ways you could write it. Whatever you want to do is fine, as long as the numbers behind your place value that you're rounding are zeros. Now we have 13 and 689 hundredths. Or thousandths, sorry, that's thousandths. So we're going to look at our numbers. We have tens, we have ones, tenths. Now we have hundredths. Our neighbor, well, first I can keep all my numbers the same in front of my underlined number. My 8 is going to look to my 9. Now, if I have 89 and I add 1, 89 plus 1 is 90. And I could write it like this, or I could write it like this. So my number is 13 and 69 hundredths. Now I realize I made a mistake there. Not going to make you round to the thousands. This is going to be whole number. Now your whole number is this right here. So my 4, because my 4 is in the ones place and that's where my whole number starts. Whoops. I think I'm out of where I can go. Your 4 is right here. It's going to look to the 8. Well, 8 is on the go up side, so I'm going to go up. So you could also think of this as $24.86. Is that closer to $24 or $25? I think it's closer to 25. So this would be your whole number. You would have a decimal and a 0, or you would just have 25. Should write or right there so no one gets confused. So that is how you round decimals. So you're going to have to round to the tenths place, the hundredths place, and then the whole number, which is the number in front of the decimal. Again, there is a place value chart and a rounding roller coaster picture in Google Classroom. So if you need help, you can watch this video again. You can look at those two pictures. You can also email me if you have any questions. Hope you guys have a good weekend.